Popi is hilarious. We did call her a drama queen. She does these hilarious facial expressions and these outrageous movements. You can't help but laugh. She knows how to have fun. But at the beginning, we weren't sure she would make it. She was the youngest baby that our team had ever rescued. Popi was only a little baby, not even about 8 weeks of age, when the team was informed that she was being kept by a family illegally near a palm oil plantation. Her mother ventured into the palm oil plantation because she was hungry. The orangutans come into the palm oil fields to eat the fruit, and they're considered an agricultural pest. And sadly, Popi probably lost her mother in that way. Any young orangutan suffers huge trauma when separated from their mum. And for every baby orangutan that comes to a care centre, it means their mother is no longer with us. We think she only was with the family for a few weeks, and that's definitely not long enough for a baby, because orangutans, apart from humans, have the longest dependency on their mother. They have to learn so many survival skills from their mums. So Popi would be attached to mum 24 hours a day. So when she came to the care centre, as soon as a carer would put her down or she was by herself for a minute, she would cry. They actually sound very much like human babies. They can squeal and cry, and they can also have tantrums, like a human child not getting something they want. Being so young, the babies need very close contact with the human carers at the centre, and they were trying to comfort her, and Poppy's probably thinking, why aren't you cuddling me? And she has the most amazing eyes that just draw you in. I think my favourite video of all time is of her having a nap on the carer's chest in the hammock, just like she would be with her mum. It's really hard to see the baby orangutans like Popi get upset. I've seen her and other little orangutans do that at the care centres, and it is heartbreaking. So in the vet hospital, they would have her main carers sleep overnight with Popi, and she would need to have bottles. Also, they have a little baby playground set up, so she'd also be given lots of soft blankets and soft toys to cuddle as well. But as they get older, it's a balance between giving them all that love and affection and then also encouraging that independence. So from 2 to 5, we often try and buddy them up, and they spend a lot more time with the other young orangutans at baby jungle school. But you should never force that independence on the baby orangutans. It will make them more insecure. Because if the baby orangutan knows that the carer will be there, they then become more brave and will climb. It must be really scary for them, because obviously in the wild their mum's up in the canopy with them, but humans can't climb trees like that. So it's hard for them to have that confidence to leave and climb when their main security is on the ground. And that's where meeting other orangutan youngsters and even more experienced and older orangutans in jungle school is excellent for the babies. They can also bond with other orangutans that have been in jungle school for longer, and then they will start to follow them and learn from them. They're also looked after by other orangutans, and they have a real bond and support each other and give each other confidence. So Popi definitely was a bit cautious of baby jungle school at first, and definitely wanted to stay close to her carers. With things like that, it takes time, it takes years. And Popi, I think when she was really probably around 4 to 5 years old, that's when she really started to blossom and get that bit more confidence. And she made some really good orangutan friends. So Mary and Happy were two of her good friends, and having those bonds then gave Poppy the confidence to start exploring more and choosing to leave the keepers and not stay with her carers as much. She would go and play with the others. They will also cuddle and wrestle, and it's beautiful to see them really playing and have such fun with other young orangutans. And also she just really did love water, so she would play in the streams, use sticks to dig around in the stream. The staff have always said Poppy's got just a huge personality, and she was always one of the ones that would make them really giggle. The video of Poppy on the log is hilarious, and we did call her a drama queen, but her antics in the water and playing in the mud, and then these hilarious facial expressions. She was just a really funny orangutan to watch. Would bring so much joy. She was definitely known to add some drama and some flair to jungles. And Poppy has always been a favourite of the staff. But yeah, it was definitely the friends that I think helped Poppy develop a bit more independence. So Poppy copied them, which was great. And then Poppy herself, she had one of the younger orangutans that kind of formed an attachment with her and was learning off her. So it was lovely that, you know, Poppy, after learning off others for so long, she was becoming the teacher as well. It's really just the most wonderful thing. Just like human teenagers, you know, they then want less and less to do with their parents. It's the same with the orangutans. She developed some really high level skills, and she was ready to say goodbye to the people that had raised her. To get to this release site from our rescue centre, it's a long journey, but Poppy stayed very calm. The slide was opened and Poppy looked out and then went, okay, and off she went into the canopy. I think it's always mixed emotions, especially for the staff that have cared for her. It's such joy that this orangutan's returned to their home and it's where they belong. But, you know, also a tinge of sadness that an orangutan that they love dearly, they won't see again, really. Yeah, I think Poppy's journey from baby to nearly an adolescent now that's been released has just been wonderful. I very much hope, you know, in a few years that we'll still be in contact with her in the forest and we'll see her with a baby one day.